Hey guys, Little Arthur here. So, just a few days from now, we'll be coming into New Year's Eve. So, I thought it makes sense to be able to do a video blog on keeping your New Year's resolution. So, like most people, I work at trying to be able to keep my New Year's resolutions, and for the most part, I'm pretty good about it. Pretty goal-oriented person, and I think I follow through with most of what I set out for myself. But one of the biggest challenges that personally that I have with keeping my New Year's resolution is just remembering what exactly are my New Year's resolutions. I usually set 5 or 6 things that I set out to help to improve my life, and come June or July, part of the problem is just remembering exactly what did I declare for my New Year's resolution. Life gets busy and you just tend to focus on other things. And, I think that's part of the problem in just being able to follow through your New Year's resolution is just remembering exactly what did you set out for yourself. I mean, the other issue is always execution. And, that's something that it's simple and hard at the same time. You just gotta just do it. But I think the other part of the process is just reminding yourself and keeping that motivation. So I thought this video blog is really just more focused on helping to remember your New Year's resolution and being able to have that constant affirmation. And it's not really so much of tips, but really just using some of the things that I think that are going to help myself that might help you as well, and some of the things that have worked successfully with some of my other goal setting, focus that I've had. Now, like I said, with New Year's, it is a bit of work, but I am generally a goal oriented person. Usually around my birthday, which comes around August, being a Virgo, that's when I go through process of evaluation and resetting goals. So, goal setting is something that I always do, whether it's New Year's or not. I really do focus on that. And for me, again, it's just because I usually have 5 or 6 things. Some people have a pretty generic goal, like to stop smoking or, to be more fit. 1 or 2 things. For me, basically, I've been a martial artist, and I'm, pretty in tune with keeping a fitness lifestyle without being completely crazy and just annoying about it. That's usually not my challenge. I usually set things that are all across the board, from financial to relationships to spiritual. And I find just being able to remember my goals is part of the process and help keeping focus. So, speaking about that process, I think one of the things that might help is keeping a video blog. So, in this video blog, this is meant to be some general tips that I'm going to implement that might help yourself in terms of keeping your New Year's resolution. But I'm also going to talk about what exactly are some of my resolutions for 2013. So a video blog can be like this one, which you're actually publicly declaring, what are your resolutions. But it can also be a private video as well. You can also have a YouTube video which is private, which is not listed publicly. It can't be found in search engines. You just share it with people who have a link. Or you can do a Facebook video. But I think the active video really shows that the power of emotions of, making those statements of what you want. And, it could be as simple as taking that video on New Year's Eve and declaring, making that statement and declaration. Video doesn't really take a lot of work to be able to do that. So, I think video is a great tool to be able to have that and use it as a constant reminder that, 1 year from now, it's easy for you to refer to that and be able to go back to that place when you've stated that importance to yourself as to achieving those given goals. The second thing I think could be really a great tool is writing down your goals. Now, one of the challenges that I have is that for the last 16 years, I've actually kept a diary, and I write almost every day in my diary. Problem is that when I write in my diary, I go through a few diaries per year because I run out of paper, and then I store them away, and I can't find those diaries again. So with that, I lose some of my goals, and sometimes, just comes down to I'm not terribly organized, so I don't have a reference point to be able to look at what did I write 1 year from now. Just even, I think, taking out your phone, and when you write down your goals, taking a picture of it on your iPhone or your Google Android, uh, is very, I think, very useful. And I've done that with some of my other goal setting focus that I've had, because, these days with most smartphones that we have, the resolution is fantastic. You can even see writing from, that you scribbled on. And our smartphones and our phones are becoming like a central tool, just like our wallet, that we don't leave home without it. So that's one of the things that, writing down your goals and having a place that you can easily find it if you have that problem like I do, like storing it on your phone, will really help in that process. So I've done that with some other, goal setting that I've had that I did for my birthday. And I found that really helped just to keep focused onto, what am I trying to achieve? So I think that's one method to do that. I think the third thing is taking some sort of accountability for your goals. So be able to announce that to, friends and family through social media, or some contacts, whether it be through your Twitter account, just something that puts a little bit of pressure on you, and it gives you a bit of a challenge that you want to make sure that you actually achieve those goals, and for me, I find I can let myself down a lot easier, but I have a harder time letting down other people. So setting that sense of accountability. So whether it's an announcement on your Facebook or your Twitter, it doesn't need any sense of acknowledgement. Just making that declaration, and then you can go back a year from now and go back and actually say, this is what I said, and I declared that, and giving that some sort of sense of accountability. I think that might help with some of your goals. So those are some tips that I think can help with keeping your New Year's resolution, whether it be posting a video blog, writing down those goals, and having a central place which you can find them, and also creating a sense of accountability. So as I mentioned, those are some general tips that I'm implementing, which I think might help myself and might help you as well. But now I'm going to actually talk about what are some of my New Year's resolutions for 2013. Now, I try to keep things realistic. I mean, I do have some lofty goals, which are more, I consider them more nice to haves, but, I want to have some low-hanging fruit with some of the goals that I have. Also in the mix, basically, because I want to be able to have something that I can definitely feel a sense of progress and feel happy about that. So the first one is actually spending more time with some of the products that I've developed in the last year in 2012. So I had a number of projects that I developed on the side, basically, as well as having a full-time career and focus, which is all stuff I did for fun. LostPetMaps.com, which was actually a pet finding website, utilizing Google Maps and creating a trail. I actually created a Boxum timing app, which was actually pretty successful, and I was really surprised how the responsiveness that people had to it. And I initially created it on Google Android, and looking at this moment to port it over to the iPhone. YouTube-list.com, which is actually a tool which allows you to search YouTube users by demographics. And also the Spirit Connect. Over the last couple of years, this is a project that I've been working on, helping to unite other people from metaphysical arts together, and that's been a bit of a dangling project. So I'd like to take some of the things that I've initially developed and just done on the side and refine them further. LostPetMap.com has had a good initial response in terms of interest and people thinking that it's a good idea, but I recognize that it's got so much more that I can work on it and help improve the system. Even my Box and Timer app initially was just done as an experiment to see what the process was of creating an app on the smartphone and Google Android platform. but it can really be improved. So I'd like to take some of the products and develop and just focus and refine them a lot further, and just make them a lot more polished. The second thing I'd like to uh, improve in 2013 is the frequency of my video blogging for my YouTube blog. So really happy to see in 2012 my video blog has really grown, and I've met some great like-minded people and gained a number of great subscribers, and really thank you for your support. And I apologize that I haven't really been posting as frequently as I like, because I'm fairly picky with what I produce and like to have a good level of production quality. But I think I could actually probably increase the frequency. So in some cases it would just be pulling out my iPhone like I do right now, and just doing a quick video blog like this, and just posting a greater frequency and having greater touch points. And I've gone in most cases once a month or once every couple months, which I've been posting video blogs. But I'd like to increase that frequency and just being able to put more content out there, because I've definitely seen that people seem to be appreciating the content that I'm putting out there, and just have more of it. It might decrease a bit the production values and quality a little bit, but I think it's a fair trade-off. The third thing I'd like to improve in 2013 is my interaction with social media. So I've been pretty good with my YouTube account, that when people post questions on, if they're not trolling, if they're actually asking a genuine question, I respond to them and try to help them out and keep things positive. But there's other social media accounts like Twitter. My Twitter account in 2012 was kind of dead. Life was busy. I just didn't have as much time. I didn't make as much time to be able to focus on it. There's also other social media platforms that I'd like to explore, like Pinterest and Instagram, that I could focus a little bit more time, but to continue to explore social media even further. And specifically Twitter, I think a lot of the followers that I have and a lot of people on Twitter, the community there, I could spend more time interacting and just just for the sake of being social. And that's what social media is all about. So that's something that I think I can improve upon in 2013. So those are some 3 goals that I have stated publicly, and I'm looking forward to in the end of 2013 to see how I did on those. So that would be improving some of the products that I developed in 2012, being able to be spending more time with YouTube and producing more content, a greater frequency of content, and also just spending more time with social media and interacting more. So I'm hoping that at the end of 2013, I'm going to look back and say, you know what, I did well on these, and I'm pretty sure I would, just following through with what I've stated with declaring this through a video blog, I think will help me to do that. So these are some tips that I think might help people. End of the day, though, following through goals, it's all about execution. That's a big part of it. But I think a big part of it is also just being able to remind yourself and keeping that motivation, keeping your eye on the ball, and that's one of the problems that I've had, is just remembering what exactly did I say. This is what I was trying to achieve. So I think hopefully I've provided some insights. So want to wish you guys a happy new year and happy holidays. Please stay safe. Please don't drink and drive. Have a good time. And I look forward to seeing you in 2013. See ya.